Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
NieR Automata is an open-world hack-and-slash bullet-hell action JRPG with an alphabetical ending with lots of crying, screaming, philosophical, nihilistic moments.
So basically the incarnation of a hormonal teenager.
The setting takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where aliens created robots to destroy humanity. In retaliation, the last remaining humans fled to the moon, creating androids to protect themselves, and thus, Project Yorha was born. You play the role of Yorha androids 9E and 2B9S, alongside your trusty pod 042153, both working together to decimate the robot population through the orders of Yorha.
This includes beating, yeeting, hacking, and self-destructing for the glory
to mankind.
However, with both aliens and humans turning AFK halfway through the war, both androids and robots are left fighting for millennia, unsure of what to do next. In a world left with no meaning, we look back over the freedom of creative liberty, a blank canvas with our tale to be told. Just as a human aims to a means to an end that is considered good, NieR poses the repeated question over the existential meaning of our existence, the ethos of our telos, which is finding our goal of happiness. So, what is happiness? How could we collectively flourish in a world with no clear goal? The main focus are the cute killing machines having lost their Wi-Fi connection from their alien creators. With nothing left to do, machines gain sentience through their top-down approach of analyzing humanity's remaining data, each bot imitating one specific virtue from this data. What makes this so interesting is their extreme nature of trying to achieve their singular virtue by whatever means necessary.
I can't believe that thing decided to end itself.
You get the point.
Amidst all the chaos of finding an identity, a pacifist robot named Pascal founded a village of his own, going Gandhi in the attempt to make peace between machines and androids. Pascal went as far as helping you, the androids, on your journey to win the machine war. Blaise Pascal, who intertwines with Machine Pascal's personality, presents a negative view over the connection between internal strengths and weaknesses of an individual. Blaise Pascal goes over how humans are selfish, respect nothing, and are desperate for certainty, going as far as to say in Pascal's wager,
humanity has lost everything without a god and has gained everything with one,
thus believing that suffering at the hands of a god is a gamble. Pascal's wager continues this theory as an argument for rationally maintaining belief in a god. Whether a god exists or not, it would be best to wager on God due to external suffering outweighing the benefits of not believing in one. On the other hand, Machine Pascal holds true to his virtue of peace, straying far from fighting for gods that have gone silent. He went as far as to create a secluded group of machines who solely believe in pacifism. Machine Pascal instills this knowledge onto the children of the village, whom he protects and adores. Just like Blaise, Machine Pascal believes fear as a form of protection, making the children believe that danger is inevitable by leaving the village, just as Blaise Pascal believes that living in fear of God will protect one from eternal damnation. However, Machine Pascal's doubt in God would lead to his end as everything went to shit. Village, gone. His family, dinner. And what does he have left? The terrified children of the village surrounded by aggressive robots. Bound between maintaining pacifism or protecting his children, Pascal chose the latter.
I must protect the children!
However, Pascal did an oopsie. Just as Blaise believed in the concept of fear, Machine Pascal did as well, having taught his children to fear the outside world. This caused the children to commit die. Having lost everything, Machine Pascal now believes the world to be selfish and unforgiving. If peace was never an option, could a more existential approach be the answer to achieve happiness? caught yourself sipping too hard. Simone keeps it up an octave by dismembering and adorning herself with the husks of android and machine lifeforms. She even picked up singing as a backup to none other than John Paul, a robot with his head in the clouds and ego bigger than his heart, as he proceeds to ignore Simone alongside all his other admirers as he pieces out for some me time, never to be seen again. This left her a little...
Beautiful. Beautiful. I must be beautiful.
crazy. Simone de Beauvoir, a French existentialist philosopher, writer, and novelist of the 30th century, greatly influenced feminist political theory through her works on the second sex, which discussed the oppression and cultural situation women face in the current era. This led as a key influence over the women's movement in the 1960s. Contrary to belief, Beauvoir does not consider herself a feminist, rejecting any form of femininity through stating,
One is not born, but rather becomes a woman.
Simone treats beauty as a social standard rather than a way of life. However, Machine Simone solely focuses on existential beauty, eating machines and androids solely for John Paul to notice her. As for such John Paul, he contained an identical counterpart towards Machine John Paul, who cared not for beauty, jewels, nor other machines. This machine chastises his followers, claiming to be above them in every aspect. Simone de Beauvoir is married to John Paul, who also shared similar existential philosophies of existence preceding essence. In his work, Being in Nothingness, John Paul goes over the existence of nothingness and the question of free will. John Paul believes that one can make themselves worthy to their beliefs based on their actions upon the world, creating their own self-worth in the process. Just as existence precedes essence, only by creating and acting in ways that suit our needs can lead to meaning in our lives. The big question to what Sartre John Paul has meant over the phrase existence preceding essence relates back to the concept of existentialism. Existentialism signifies humanity not containing a precise purpose in life. Just as one psyche creates their own virtues while an individual does not possess identity nor value. Existentialism originates in John Paul's works during the 1940s. It was most often used against the philosophical and scientific views that treat humanity as a genus for universal laws. Existentialism is a belief of an individual having their own right to define and shape their own purpose in life. Humanity has no predetermined fate by either God or nature, and it is up to each individual to decide who and what they are through their own actions. In terms of existence preceding essence, this means that an individual must first simply exist, which is finding themselves born in a world with no meaning. By making themselves known as an individual, one can then precede essence by defining their own identity through the course of their life. No matter what social, biological, or political factors someone has, one has a free will to sense these factors, interpret them in their own fashion, and make their own choices. Authenticity is one of the most challenging identifying factors of existentialism. Since humanity regularly conforms to society, an individual must take over their own existence with clarity, intensity, and regularity in order to stand out from the crowd. This is exactly what the John Paul machine does as they leave Pascal's village in order to understand themselves better and individualize themselves from current society.
A future is not given to you. It is something you must take for yourself.
Every art and every inquiry, and likewise every action and choice, seems to aim at some good, and hence it has been beautifully said that the good is at which all things aim.
It is through the actions of an individual that leads to their self-fulfillment. Whether there is a presence of a god or none at all, we constitute our lives in accordance with our goals. NieR Automata gives us the freedom to understand differing perspectives onto what constitutes happiness, from peace to destruction, from essence to purely existing within your own thoughts. Each of these answers gives us a small push over our desires for a happy life. NieR Automata helps us relate our perspective to a world with nothing left, giving us the hope of facing the weight of the world in ours.
Tell me, God, are you
Where the state ceaseth, there only commenceth the man who is not superfluous. I see. It seems this Nietzsche was quite the profound thinker. Or perhaps he skipped right past profound and went straight to crazy instead.